So what can I do with this 98 number? Welcome to the foundation. So, I get a lot of questions, a lot of emails, man. A lot of questions, a lot of emails. One of my funniest emails that I get, and this is a trend, it's not just one person, but I'll get this email, and it'll be very, very wordy. Like, this is a trend. Like, this isn't just one person. This very wordy email with a lot of, words and terminology and stuff like that. I don't know if you're trying to show me how smart you are or something, with these really wordy emails with this, I got my 98 number, so, I'm set, or now I'm going to, be private, or, I've heard so many different renditions of what people think and believe to be significant regarding this, 98 number. So, okay, let's say you have one. Let's say you have one right now. I just, we're going to talk about what you can do with it. Now, you might, I'm not saying this is all the things you can do with it. You can get away with some things. I've heard other things being done with these, these numbers. And, I'm going to touch on one of them, when I begin wrapping up. But of all the different beliefs of what, like this, I got my 98 number, like, you got a bulletproof outfit or something, and you can do anything. It's not the end all be all. It's not. And I get a lot of questions about it. I get a lot of emails about it. I got my 98 number now. What do I do with it? How do I, is it my social? This is that. So whatever. Bottom line is, a 98 number, first and foremost, refers to an EIN that's issued by the Philadelphia campus of the Internal Revenue Service to an entity that is foreign to the United States jurisdiction. Foreign. The entity is foreign. What is that entity? It's a trust. The only entity that the United States recognizes from outside of the United States jurisdiction without registering with the state, Secretary of State, or some sort of, county recorder or something like that. The only entity that is recognized within the United States is a trust, and that is according to the Hague Convention on Trusts. And any country that signed on to that convention or became party to that convention. So that's why when you get a, quote, 98 number, every single time they put trust or capital T, capital R after whatever name you give them. I don't care what name. Yo, what's the name? And you say, it's Freedom Sovereign Miller. And they're going to say, okay, Freedom Sovereign Miller Trust. They're going to put TR, and they're going to tell you. The Internal Revenue Service puts trust or TR after the name to indicate that it's a trust. They'll tell you. If you call in, they'll tell you. And if you send in the SS4 form, you will know when you get it back. So it is a foreign trust. Why is it a foreign trust? That's the only thing that the United States recognizes outside of the United States' jurisdiction. Everything else is created by some sort of state legislation. The states were first, and then representatives from certain states came together, United States. So states were first. So the states will give you, an entity to do business with. You can call it the individual, you can call it a corporation, partnership, legislative trust, revocable living trust, whatever, however you want to do it. These are state-created entities. which, of course, if the state is within the United States recognizes it. But the only entity outside of the United States that is recognized as a trust. Look up the Hague Convention on Trusts. Look it up. Find the PDF, download it, print it, whatever you need to do. Read it. Read it. Read it. Talking about going private, talking about doing trusts and stuff like that. If you haven't read the Hague Convention at least 7 times entirely, I don't want to hear it. To me, that's required. That's prerequisite. So a 98 number, for specifically, is a prefix employer identification number issued to foreign trusts. What can you do with a 98 number? Bottom line, use it in conjunction with some type of indenture, some sort of contract to do business in the United States. Open bank accounts, title vehicles, title real estate. If you just have the number and you don't have a contract indenture or some sort of short form contract indenture and you only have your 98 number, it's like having spaghetti and no sauce, man. It's like putting gas in the car and then jumping in the car and be like, man, I don't have any tires on the car. It's absolutely necessary to have a governing instrument. A governing instrument. What is the governing instrument of your trust? Is it some sort of trust agreement or is it a trust contract? 9 times out of 10, a trust agreement is some sort of legislative entity. So you use it in conjunction with an indenture to do business in the public. Why do you do that? Because if it's foreign, it's not governed by state legislation or federal legislation. That's a benefit. It's a benefit of not being dependent on a state-created legislative entity, an entity that owns its existence of legislation. That's a benefit of not being dependent, of being independent, of being learned or studied or private. Now, if it does not owe its existence to state legislation, can the state require it to pay state taxes? Require, like, kind of means, it kind of derives from, like, ruling or control. I don't know. That's a good question. You can obtain other EINs from IRS.gov with a 98 number. Hands down, pancake and toes. It says who's the responsible party. It'll have a choice, individual or existing business. Check existing business. Why do I step on toes so blatantly? Because next month on the 13th, you got about 30 some odd days, you can no longer do that. In order to obtain an EIN, starting May 13th, you must give them a social security number or an individual taxpayer identifying number. You have to, starting May 13th. You can also obtain other EINs using the form SS4. You can fill out the form and send it in. Using a 98 number, you can get another EIN. There's an option on IRS.gov for trust, irrevocable trust. You got 30 days to get your dance on. And you're going to get on IRS.gov and they're going to ask this, even though I said all this, there's still going to be someone like, what do I do here? What do I do here? You should get a consultation. You can email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. I'm not putting all this stuff on the air, man. I'll tell you this, though. Anybody who's had a consultation with me has ended the interaction with, if I dare say so myself, more than what they expected. A lot of people don't even get through the whole hour. And I'll be telling them, man, like, hey, I want you to get your value worth. You got some time left. You got any other questions? They're like, nah, man, you answered everything. So I it's private, so I get down in the private. But on the air, I'm just gonna say, you can use it on the SS4 form. You can also use it on IRS.gov up until May 13th. Then it's a wrap. It's a wrap in Reno. And I spoke more on that last week when I was talking about the public is shutting down. It's happening. A lot of other indicators too. And everything's really syncing up. You can build revolving credit using the 98 number. Of course, they're going to ask for underwriting purposes when you're building credit and stuff, especially when you first start out. These companies that you're building credit with are going to ask for a governing instrument. You can't just walk up to them, go into a Verizon, say, I want to open up, a business line or a business account. And they'd be like, well, is it a company? Is it a corporation? You'd be like, nah, it's a trust. Okay, cool. So can I have the documentation? But you just hand them a 98 number. Good luck. It's not going to happen. But yeah, you can build revolving credit on a 98 number. Revolving credit is built on an EIN. You can do net credit on a trust as well. But you'll need a Dun & Bradstreet number for that. If you're doing business, you probably accidentally have a Dun & Bradstreet number. A lot of times these profiles are built without you knowing it. The foundation is actually a trust. And I recently found out that the foundation has a Dun & Bradstreet number. It was issued. And the foundation has a credit score. It's interesting. I don't know. I didn't even do it on purpose, but, because I know how to create entities and build them out properly, they look a certain way. So, they start throwing credit at you. If you're established properly and you definitely look like you know what you're doing, you don't have to know what you're doing. You just got to look like you know what you're doing. They'll start throwing money at you. I promise. What else can you do? You can use it to signify ownership on a classification. So, classification of a corporation, or C corp or S corp, small business corp, or C corp. And C corp entity classification is 8832. Excuse me. S corp classification is IRS form 2553. Both forms, 8832, it says if there's only one owner, please put the name and identifying number. Ooh, trick question. A lot of people's pancaking toast. A lot of people don't understand the 8832. The craziest thing to understand is if only one owner, please put name and identifying number. The identifying number is the EIN. So you can use, a foreign EIN to do that. Do you need a governing instrument to do an 8832 with a 98 number? Technically, no. Am I telling you to have a governing? Yeah, absolutely. Am I giving you legal advice? No, because I don't give legal advice. I'm not an attorney or a lawyer. Hey. But yeah, you can use that. And the 2553, it asks for owner, Social Security number, or it asks for, where is it? I'm looking at it right now. Number of shares, percentage of ownership, in Part 1M. Social Security number or employer identification number. See instructions. So on both forms, when you classify an LLC for federal income tax purposes, they want an owner, at least one owner's identifying number, whether that's an EIN or a Social Security number. They don't care. At least right now, they don't care. But it's necessary. So you can, if you got an LLC and you're doing it kind of like sole prop, you're claiming all the income on, like, what is that, Schedule C on your 1040, I think it is. And you want to, have the business do its own income taxes, like an 1120, and you do your separate individual taxes or trust taxes or however you do it, the forms to do that for S Corp is IRS Form 2553. For C Corp is IRS Form 8832. And like I said, you can use your 9A number to satisfy the requirement for the EIN or identifying number subsequently. You can do that. What else? Some have told me, I'll probably say 3 people since I've been on High Frequency and interacting with so many wonderful brothers and sisters. Some people, like 3 people have told me, and there's one for sure who I believe, the brother, told me that he went to the bank to open up a bank account or whatever, and I don't remember if it was for a corporation or a trust or whatever, but when it came down to them asking for a social security number, he gave them the 9A number, and they took it, and it was fine. So I haven't done that. I would expect that, the trust would have the same name. So if your name is Michael Dennis, it would be the Michael Dennis Trust that has, the EIN, the 9A number. Otherwise, I don't know how you giving, a 9A number to a bank official and the trust attached to that 9A number name is, down South Productions Trust. Like, I don't see how that's going to work. So I'm just assuming that, it was a situation where the name of the trust and the name of the individual were the same, or at least appear the same. But hey, I believe it. Finally, I'm just gonna say it. CPN, man. Hey, I know if you know how to try merge it, you know what to do. You can use a 9A number as a credit profile number. Yep. Why not? I mean, why not? No one can tell me that that's not possible. But a lot of people can tell me that they don't know how to do that. But all these things, if you're private, you don't have a credit profile number. Look, the Federal Bureau of Investigation says that you're not supposed to be giving out your Social Security number, and that credit profile numbers are legal as long as you don't use them to be an absconding debtor. I use that word, the terminology absconding. I don't know if they said that. They didn't say that in this report that I read. But they spoke on credit profile numbers, and they spoke on seasoned trade lines. This is the FBI, man. I'm telling y'all. You're not supposed to be giving out your social, man, with the Privacy Act. So the FBI knows about CPNs. It's not illegal. What was that? That was in the Mortgage Fraud Report, 2008, if you want to look it up. Just jump on a search engine, whatever you use. Most people use Google. And type in FBI Mortgage Fraud Report 2008 and hit enter. And then find the PDF. It's like a really run-down property on the front page. But it's written by the FBI. You can look into the notes all the way at the back. And you'll find what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, we ain't supposed to be giving out our Social Security numbers. So, you can definitely use, any number as a CPN. From what I understand, you can't use a CPN, CPN for a federal loan, like a federal home loan or something like that. But you can run a trust through underwriting for a mortgage. Requirements being, obviously, 2 years of tax returns filed for the trust. Trust having a down payment, but it happens all the time. It's prevalent. Trusts purchasing and qualifying for mortgages for real estate, commercial and residential. So I don't know. However you want to do it. But I just wanted to talk real quick. You got the 9A number. What can you do with it? Hey, and first and foremost, it's to be used in conjunction with the governing instrument. If you do not have a governing document, you need trustee training. And if you're interested in trustee training from the foundation, email me. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Once again, admin, ADMIN, @welcometothefoundation.com. You ask me look, y'all should be breaking your neck to go private. Y'all should be breaking your neck to learn this stuff and go private. Y'all shouldn't be sitting back thinking, oh man, I need to learn all this stuff. You need to start a community. One person who understands trust. One person who understands banking. If you're into it, one person who understands discharge. So on and so forth. Letters of credit. Passport, no social. All these different things. Create a community so you don't have to depend on yourself to know everything. But if I were you, I'd be breaking my neck to get in trust. This recession is coming. If you have any assets, property, cars, or anything like that, you better get it in trust. You better get it in trust. I was talking to a sister the other day, said she lost over $11 million worth of property and money and retirement in the last recession. They took the rent, the adjacent property, the rental property. They took the cars. They took why? Because it was all in the same name. Default on that. Defaults on. If I default on the mortgage payment that I have over south, and I own a property over north, they're gonna foreclose. They're gonna force a foreclosure on my property over north, even though these fools I don't even have a contract with y'all with this property. Well, sir, it doesn't matter. It's in the same name. We're bringing an action against you, and we won the action, so we're going to force a foreclosure. We're going to sell that property or take it and give you a certain value for it, and you may still owe us some money. Look, man. She said the warehouse line is dried up first. I'd be breaking my neck if I were you to get into trustee training, to go private, to get these estates up, to go to the DMV and title the cars, to go to the county recorder and title the property. If you got a mortgage, still go to the county recorder, do a quick claim deed. Make sure you call your mortgage company, send them a letter, let them know you're going to do it. You're still going to be responsible. You're still going to pay the mortgage, not to get out of the debt. It's just for asset protection. They understand what it is. I'd be breaking my neck to get into trustee training. Admin @welcometothefoundation.com. Passport No Social webinars finished being edited. I just got to look over it one more time. So we did the Passport No Social with brother Chris L. The brother was successful in obtaining a passport without submitting Social Security number. It appears as though that got him on the do not detain list if it wasn't something that he'd done previously. But the brother's very sharp. He went through with the webinar, and then we took it, and he edited the mess out of that thing. Added documents to it. It's crazy dope. Very extensive. Really informational. So if you're interested in getting your hands on a copy of the webinar, I think I'm going to burn DVD discs and mail them in the mail. Or if you don't have a DVD player, I know all my old school heads, y'all got DVD players. But if you don't have a DVD player, maybe I'll mail you a flash drive or something. But I don't think we're going to host this stuff because I really want to respect the brother. And he said that you want to do his best for it to not get out and be shared and all this other stuff. Because, he's putting his name out there. He's putting a lot of his information out there. And he wants to keep it as private as possible. But he loves the foundation. He loves high frequency. Listened to Yusuf L for years. So, he's definitely down. So, Passport No Social webinar is here. Admin @welcometothefoundation.com if you're interested. I think I'm going to somehow put it up on the site. We're working on the site. I'll put up a link on the site. Or somehow I'll figure out so we can just grab it from the site and you don't have to interact with me or anyone here at the foundation. We got about 30 seconds left in the broadcast. I'll go over a little bit. So 424-222-5250 if you're listening online. You got to call in. You got like 10 seconds. Otherwise, you're going to get cut off. Yeah, so I'm excited for this passport, no social. I really am, because I have a passport. I'm going to utilize the information. I learn as well with y'all sometimes. I get excited about certain things. I bring them on the show, like with Brother Tehran. I'm building my credit, and I'm candid with y'all. Y'all know I got CPNs. So I've learned a lot from Tehran, man. I've learned a lot from Tehran. And I've learned quite a bit from Chris, and they're my brothers, man, for real. So, we learn together, which is, very exciting to me to have this done. Big project, something I've been wanting to do for a while, and really wanted to get, around to, a brother who's been in it and knows how to do it and has done it recently and can actually articulate it. Because, people, you can be the smartest person in the world. If you don't know how to teach, you're done, son. All right, should I go to the phone lines? Any of y'all want to holler at me, or should I just be out of here? Should I be out of here? Okay, look at y'all. Okay, phone lines. 405 area code 9575. 405-9575. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, sir. It's Jay. I'm calling from the Ozark area.
Oh, hey, man. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. Just out here relaxing. I had a question about getting a title for an automobile. If you go to the DMV and you ask for just a complete title history, you get the manufacturer statement of origin that way, or will you have to go through the dealer to contact the manufacturer to get it? Because I've heard they either destroy the DMV, that is, will either destroy the MSO, or they'll just hang on to it and won't let you have it.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone getting it once the DMV has it. I've never heard of anyone getting it back. The only way I've heard of anyone getting it is they bought the car straight up, whether they negotiated the instrument or not. They bought the car straight up, and they demanded it from the dealership, and they got it before they sent it to the DMV. So that's the only way I've heard of it. I've heard of people making their own, kind of like making a private, manufacturer certificate or something, notarizing it and then authenticating the notaries up to the state level, which makes it, and then taking that and kind of putting it in their trust and evidence it in the schedule of their trust, and then bringing all that down to the DMV and kind of titling it that way, like retitling it. I've definitely heard of that, and that makes sense to me. Go ahead.
Would that kind of be the same process as authenticating the birth certificate and all the same types of techniques that we're using in this process?
Well, yeah, but specifically, authenticating the birth certificate, what you're doing is when you go to the state and you get it authenticated, that authentication is the Secretary of State is saying, yes, that state registrar who signed that birth certificate was active and was legit, basically, at the time that they signed that birth certificate. And then when you take your birth certificate and send it to the Department of State in, I think it's Virginia, what the Secretary of State of the United States is doing is authenticating the Secretary of State's authentication. So they're saying, yep, we're the United States, I'm the Secretary of State, and the Secretary of State of, Nevada that put the seal on this document was actually the official Secretary of State, and that's an authentic document. So, a lot of people are like, well, I'm authenticating the birth certificate. Well, technically, the authentication is the registrar, and then from the United States level, the authentication is the Secretary of State at that state level. And if you look at the documents close enough, you'll kind of deduce that is what's going on. But yeah, actually, to tell you the truth, yeah. So when you get something notarized, the notary, the secretary, the notaries are under the Secretary of State. So notaries get their commissions from secretaries of state. So the Secretary of State will authenticate notaries and state registrars.
Okay.
That's probably too much, but
all right.
I like to be specific.
I need it. It's I mean, anytime you're dealing with bureaucracy, you got to get this rubber stamp, and then you got to get that seal, and you got to go every which way but loose. And I mean, the system is almost designed to be overcomplicated. I think that's to frustrate people, to keep them from going after what we know is truly ours. But all right. And then I just have one other question. Student loans. There's a lot of information in the the secure party creditor process and offsetting, using credit to offset debts and zeroing out the accounts. Most of the information that I'm finding, though, is for people who are getting their loans through the private sector, like Navient and all that kind of stuff. Will these same processes work with the will it still work with the Department of Education if we do these?
So, not giving legal advice, but we got to look at it like both sides of the ledger. So a student loan debt to you on your books of debt is an asset to the federal government. So a large portion of the federal GDP or, assets every year in the budget is tied to student loan debts. So the only thing I've seen someone be successful to do with student loans is to discontinue or disallow the companies to report on their credit report, whether it's negative history or positive history. It just fell off, so it doesn't even look like they have student loans. And usually what they do is they kind of contact you and say, you still owe us, blah, 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 but, they're not able to put it back on their credit report. But as far as, like, getting federal loans, like discharges or something, I've never seen it. I've heard, whispers,
Okay.
but I've never seen it.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, if it's one thing to go through, like, a bank or something, but if you're going through, you can't bankrupt your way out of it. You can't say I'm sick, I can't work. You can't say you didn't get a job even though you have a degree. It's pretty much, it's on there. So, it's not really a problem. I've got money saved up, and I wouldn't take out a loan on something I knew I couldn't pay back, but just looking for solutions. I mean, there is no lawful money, as we all know. So, just looking at some different techniques with that. But I think that's all I've got. I'll get off the line, and appreciate you taking my call.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for calling in, man. It was a great meeting you, and you have a great evening. Peace. Good questions. Those are good questions. I love good questions. Very, very intelligent, articulate questions. Thanks, Jay. 925-4026. Area code 925-4026. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace. How you doing, man? This is Brian in the Bay.
Oh, what's up, Brian? How you doing, man?
All right. Just I've been calling in. I would just be listening. Just and calling because I figure other people might want to say something. I have questions like that, man. So pretty much all saying appreciate you what you do always. And keep up the good work, and I will keep on listening, and that's pretty much it, man. Got nothing else to say.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. I called you the other day, man. I saw you called me. I know I was kind of I was MIA last weekend.
We found it. You don't even need to explain it. It got, I was just telling you that I, took the, the lead and tell everybody. I was trying to make sure everybody knew what was going, at least know what's going on, so they can no longer have to worry about it. So everybody understood.
Cool, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I know I usually do that. I know a lot of people hit me up.
Think about it, bro. Listen, stuff come up. When I heard that, I said, "Don't worry about it. This dude never does this. Something must have came up seriously." or something happened. And then they're like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, he's never, since I've been listening, he's never had that issue. So don't worry about it. And everybody was like, cool, we'll come back. I just told him if you have any questions, do what he normally tell you to do. And I left it as that. So.
Yeah, thanks for stepping in, brother. Appreciate it.
I mean, I stepped in as much as I could.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in, man. Have a great week. I'm gonna hit you this weekend, man. If you don't mind, I'll call you.
Hey, no problem.
Okay, man. Peace. Peace to the gods, my brother Brian from the Bay. 252-9442. Look at y'all. 252-9442. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace. Peace. This is C. Calling from the Carolinas. I just want to say, man, peace to your show. Peace to what y'all do over there, high frequency, man. And I just want to thank y'all for what y'all be doing, man. That's all I have. Peace.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. We do it for y'all. Thanks for calling in, brother. Got the Carolina in the house. Ooh, look at y'all. 717. Y'all like the show or something? 717-9185. 717-9185. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace. So it's Joseph. How are you doing?
I'm well, Joseph. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I wanted to ask, I know you have a lot of experience with trust and setting up different.
Joseph. Did you mute yourself, family? Joseph, what happened to the brother? Oh, man. I'm going to try to come back to the brother. Joseph? My man just cut out. That was weird. Who was this, Mello? Peace, family.
Yeah. You already know. Peace to the God. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, man. Peace. How you doing, man?
Man, doing well, bro. Doing well. Tuning in, giving thanks, man. Give thanks to the Creator, the forefathers, the foremothers, the ancestors, all these amongst us. You know what I'm saying? Right now, and the information that, you know what I'm saying, brother, it's another brick in the foundation. It's another one, bro. Hey, I got one thing to say, so I got to break my neck. I'm about to break my neck, my arm, and my back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. So I mean, like, shame. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you should know by now. You know, and that's just what that is. Phone been stolen, got swiped. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whoever I hope they utilize the information to the best of their ability. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's useless, but it's all good, man. Ain't no time. We're gonna kick more. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm working on what I got so I can get more. You know what I'm saying? I was going through my stores. I found me a brand new tablet in my thing, so I'm like, I need that. So I'm right now. I'm out here, man. Survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? We got to get it, but at the same time, it's what you know what gets you further, and so it don't matter where you at. You know what I mean? You could be sleeping on a pallet, or you could be sleeping on, you know what I'm saying, a memory foam $1,000 mattress. Either way it go, you know what I'm saying. Still, you know, you gotta have the, you know what I mean, the severity, the you know what I'm saying, the persevere, you know what I'm saying, to move through still. So we have to continue to learn throughout, man. So the thing is, family, it's time to, you know, we still got to get it still. We got to get it, you know what I'm saying, give thanks, you know what I'm saying, move forward, you know what I'm saying. This right here, you know what I'm saying, this helps out a whole lot, a whole new way to maneuver, different ways to maneuver, you know what I'm saying, that actually, you know what I'm saying, new to others, but this is old, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. And that's what this about. It's crazy. Like, people been maneuvering like this for a long time. And it's like one up.
Hundreds of years. Yeah.
Man, crazy. So what the hell we think we doing out here in the public? That's crazy. signing everything, being held liable, accountable for it. I was just talking to my brother today. He's like, man, why don't you teach this stuff? I said, well, because I'm not in the teaching format yet, bro. I'm just letting you know that it is important to you protect what you're working so hard for. You got all these cars and things, man. You got different things, man. You got to have a way to protect them so you can be able to pass them on to your heirs of your estate. You know what I'm saying? So this is what this is, man. Like, this is serious. Like, if we know how to maneuver out here, this is serious. You know, so, yeah, we should be breaking our neck. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? Before that deadline hit, too, before May 13th. You know, it's my birthday on the 3rd. I'm going to make sure I make this a gift to myself to make sure I do this. You know? So, you know, just what it is, man. Thankful, though. But, you know what I'm saying? I know all is well, you know what I'm saying, with you. So, how you been, though, you know?
I've been good, man. I've been well, you know. No complaints, man.
Right.
No complaints at all. How about you?
Man, it's like when one door closes, another one open up. You know what I mean? It's like reviving, reviving doors, bro. So while I'm continuing reviving, I got to evolve at the same time. So I'm like, man, you know, it's time to go ahead and maneuver a different way, man. To my honesty, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? I have. You know what I'm saying? So, I just got, man. The time is up. The deadline is here. You know, so I definitely want to get that in no other type of way. So, yeah, you know, that's what it is. It's time to do it, man. So, yeah.
Trying to make these moves, yo.
True.
I'll let you know, man. Waiting on you.
Definitely. Man, definitely. I know it, bro. Man, so yeah, we here, man. I got the tablet, I got the phone, you know what I'm saying? Then I got other little sources of ways, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna make it happen. That's just letting anybody out there know that you can make it happen, though. You know what I'm saying? Definitely what you got. You know what I'm saying? To get to further, get to more. And it's all about giving thanks, though, too. You know?
You gotta start somewhere. Yeah, absolutely. Give thanks, but also appreciate what you have, you know.
True.
So that way you can appreciate what you receive. Yeah, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. Let me get through I got one more caller, I think, and then I'm trying to see if Joseph figured out what he was doing, man. But
all right, bet, man. Peace to the family, peace to everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? Indeed, it's another brick in the foundation. You know what I'm saying? We out. Peace to the God.
Appreciate you, man. Peace and love.
Indeed.
Joseph.
Hey, yeah, so, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what happened, how I got cut off, but I wanted to say thank you for the show. You dropped a lot of great information. I definitely want to schedule a consultation with you this week to just follow up with some things. But I wanted to ask you, with regards to trust, I've been reading a lot of stuff about ecclesiastical trust and dynasty trust and all these different, variations or adjectives that they put in front of the different types of trust. I just wanted to know if you could maybe speak on a little bit whether, if there's a specific type of entity trust that you think is best or, provides more protection to the person. I've also heard about superior trust under canon law. So I was just curious if you could maybe speak on that a little bit.
In my personal opinion, contract trust. You get into, canon law, you get into ecclesiastical trust, and you get into, does it fall under the Bible? And the Bible, that's under the Pope. So is it the Pope of Rome's trust that has your, I don't know. I don't want to introduce any type of, controls that could potentially, be adverse to, the creators or the grantors' interest. So my personal thing is a contract trust, based on, the common law right to contract. A lot of people say common law trust or something like that, but technically there's no such thing as a common law trust. It's a contract that's executed under the common law right to contract unlimited. So yeah, I mean there's over 80 some odd different types of trusts. The biggest thing is it based on contract law or is it based on legislative law, some sort of legislative jurisdiction? And then you have people who will say, oh, religious trust or ecclesiastical trust. A lot of times when I hear that, I'm seeing people that are looking to try to have some sort of tax exempt status or something on their trust. But I kind of stay away from, not to the fact that like I have any problem with Christianity or Christendom, but that Bible's in these courts, and these courts are kind of they're not, they appear to be corrupt at least. So long answer is a contract trust with the specific jurisdiction invoked within the contract.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Do you have availability tomorrow or Friday for a consultation again?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I do.
Okay. I'll follow the steps in the process to get that started, and then I'll follow up with you by email.
Okay, sounds good, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care.
Peace. Man, I'm wishing, hoping, and praying. This is Sister Yvette, so she can take us out. 929-4056. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace, my brother Sordell. Peace, kings and queens. Peace, communities. My brother, good info tonight. But let me tell you something, community. You have to be on point when you get these CPNs. I told y'all, don't co-mingle. Don't use your state IDs. Use your passports. Another thing, make sure it's a new address. Don't use the same old address. New address. Use your passport. When you go, don't be nervous. Be confident. Another thing, trade lines do attach to the CPNs. You got to find the right companies that you could purchase the trade lines from. Legitimate. I have a few. Strong Towers, SSTRADELINES.com, authorizedusers.com. They will attach trade lines to the CPNs. Do not be stupid, kings and queens. Don't use the CPNs for games that you have to be responsible for, because they will find you. They will mingle everything about you in that area, in that point. They will pinpoint you. Don't play yourself. The CPNs can give you a new way of doing things if you do it correctly. Don't use it to do wrong. Next thing is, when you get them, you try merge. Capital One, American Express, Discover. New addresses, do not use prepaid phone lines. You must get a contract phone line. When you get your contract phone lines, you are using your CPNs. Do not use your state ID. It will hook you up to your old identity. It will hook you up to your social. It will trail you. Start new all over again, my brothers and sisters. And for those of you who have not thought about your private education, time is really growing short. Get your education. It's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing coming and offering you training or trustee training for 2 or 3 months for little or nothing. You are not going to get the same instruction, the same teaching, the same wisdom, the same smooth glove treatment Be honorable, kings and queens. Take care of your debts. If you're getting this information, make sure you use it properly. And for all the y'all that are calling in and you're going into your whole history, that's why he says private consultation. Some of you are going to end up in some serious problems on these airways. It's called private consultation. You send in your donations, you have a conversation in the private, not in the public, kings and queens. Remember, honor at all times. Stay in the private. All things cannot be publicly discussed. Be honorable. Take care of your debts. Do what is right. My brother Host, it's always a pleasure. Keep your head up, King. Keep your head up. Keep doing the right thing, because everybody's trying to imitate, but they can't authenticate. You keep doing the right thing. Everything is lining up for you. Kings and queens, do what's right. Get into your private education. Go back into the archives. Take your time. Don't slip, because there's some wolves on this line. They waiting for you, and they're going to get you. The CPNs, when you're doing the trade lines, if you're 60 years old, you should have a background that's close to 18 and older. Don't get a 20-year history and you're only 22. Don't get a 6-year history and you're 66. It has to be age appropriate. Use wisdom when you attach these trade lines. My brother Solo, peace, kings and queens, community. I'll talk to you in the private on Sunday. Peace, my brother.
Peace, sister. Peace to the queen. Thank you very much. Very important information that she put forth. I suggest y'all pay attention. She knows what she's talking about, especially with these CPNs. Don't play around. And yeah, she definitely said some things that I'm not going to say on the air. So, y'all should at least, throw a young salute to the sister Yvette for dropping some auxiliary knowledge. Appreciate y'all. So with that being said, I want to say thanks for checking out the show. If you're interested, you can email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Get a consultation, trusted training, however you want to do it. If you're interested in getting gold affordably, and making it a dance, email me. I do my dance with Carrot Bars. I think I might know someone who might know someone about. You know what? I'm not going to say that. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. You're the reason why I do this. And, I trust that you're investing in your private education. But listen, you're going to have to grind how most won't so you can live how most can't. And, you look around and see what happened in the last recession, and most people lost everything. It was a very few people who didn't. And, even fewer who created their fortune during that last recession. But, like I said, I'd be breaking my neck to get into trusted training if I were you. And that grind, which you be doing, that most people are not grinding. Most people are not, learning about trust administration because, yawn, boring. But that'll allow you to live how those people cannot. And that it is what it is. You can't get around it. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Welcometothefoundation.com. Get your learn on. I'll catch y'all next week. Have a great week. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Say 10 things that you're thankful for tonight before you go to sleep. And be good. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be good to those around you. Y'all have a great week. Appreciate you. Peace.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.